What up, guys? Clouded Journey here with my poll list video. I was tagged by Running with Comics, a very good YouTuber. If you haven't checked him out, he's got a contest going on. So go sub and enter his contest. He's at 500, so pretty sweet. Yeah, honored to be kind of part of this whole dealio. It's always nice to be included in the community and everything. Love the guys on here. And you know, you guys, if you want to look for some other YouTubers and stuff, what I did was I just went on and looked for poll list tag video and came up with a whole bunch of guys who've done this already. I'm a little late to the party here. But it's a great way to kind of check out some YouTubers and see other guys who are reading similar books as you or whatever, and get to know them and add some subs to each other because, you know, we all want our subs. We want to get our stuff out there. So check it out. But let's get started here. So, first of all, Kick-Ass 3. Now, on my computer, it's reversed right now. Hopefully, when this is finished, it's not going to be reversed for you guys. But Kick-Ass 3 by Mark Miller. I've read 2. Actually, I've never read number 1. But, yeah, it's good. I don't know. Like, I'd probably give this series like a 6 out of 10, maybe. Like, it's above average, but it doesn't blow my mind. I think part of that is the Romita Jr. art, who I used to like Romita Jr., and the more I kind of check him out, the less I like him, unfortunately. Just maybe a little bit too much. Batman. Obviously, I've collected this since the beginning of the Snyder run, and love it. Just, for me, it's never really slowed down. Some people kind of got bored for a little bit there with the 0-year stuff, but I've liked it all the way through. And this is kind of the setup to Batman Eternal, which is going to be the new weekly one. If it's $3.99, I don't think I'm going to sub. That's just too much of a financial commitment for me. But Batman's been really good. Excited. Love Snyder. Snyder's just on fire these days. Deadpool. Probably my favorite and one of the only $2.99 books that are left. Really good. A lot of fun. It's a really silly story and it doesn't take itself too seriously. A lot of violence and goofiness and silliness. Some people don't like that, but if that's what you're looking for, it's great. What else? Hinterkind. It's a Vertigo title? Yeah. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. Fairy tale creatures are kind of coming back to kill the remaining human race. It's been okay. The art style's kind of got that sketchy style, which sometimes looks good, like getting back to Batman. The newer artist there for Batman Eternal has that style, but it looks really good. This style just kind of looks unfinished to me. But the story's been okay, so, and it's a $2.99 title, so gonna keep it up. What else? Miss Marvel, the new one with the Muslim girl. Yeah, I thought this was okay. I was a little bit critical of it if you saw my review video of this. But the more I thought about it, the more I liked it. And I like where it's maybe going to go. So excited to keep reading these and see where they go with this. Because I think they could do this really well and do an interesting job. I think it was, I kind of critiqued it because it was sort of unexpected when I first read it, and I was reacting to that. But it's pretty interesting. I think it's going to go to some good places. Next, Manifest Destiny. This is the first issue I picked up of this book. Disappointed I didn't pick up the first 2 earlier, but really good. Kind of has that Walking Dead feel that's a little more fun and like silly. Kind of Lewis and Clark checking out the new world that's filled with monsters and creatures, and he does a really good job at making dialogue and little journal entries that feel like it's sort of from that time. And yeah, good art, interesting, funny creatures. Yeah, really enjoying it just based on the 1 issue. Try and find the back first 2 if I get a chance. But Daredevil, jumped on this one kind of late. I really wish I got on earlier because it's awesome. But it's going up to $3.99 bi-monthly or fortnightly, whatever you want to call it, twice a month. And again, that's a big price tag, so I don't know. It is really good, so it's one of those ones that's almost worth it. So I might have to get back on it or stay on it. We'll see. We'll see. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Kevin Eastman, one of the original creators, is a big part of the creative team for this and sets up the story. It's been awesome. I think a lot of these sort of books where they take old franchises and sort of try to redo them. Sometimes they do well, and other times not so much. This one has definitely been really good. Because it's one of the original creators, he seems to really understand the turtles and their personalities, and has done some interesting things exploring them and really defining who they are, and creating some new characters as well, and tying different characters together in ways we haven't seen before. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's Turtles. If you like Turtles, definitely you should be reading it. Saga. What can I say? Everybody who reads this knows it's awesome. It won like every award. Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. It's probably... No, it is. It's my favorite series right now. Really like it. They're on a bit of a hiatus till May, which I don't mind because it means they can kind of rethink, come up with some good ideas from where to go forward, and hopefully keep this title really strong. So yeah, looking forward to it when they get back, but great book. Amazing X-Men. This is my only X title. Nightcrawler is pretty much my favorite X-Man, so was excited about this when it came out. It's just a lot of fun. It's really light. It's not such a big, heavy story, kind of with so many characters, like the current few stories. So for me, I feel like you kind of need to read 2 or 3 of those X-Men books to really get a good sense of everything that's happening. And I didn't read like the Avengers versus X-Men, so I feel sort of out of the loop with that. But yeah, really fun, really beautiful art. What's his name? Ed McGuinness is on here. He's great. Hopefully he sticks around for a while because he does a great job. And just feels like classic X-Men goodness. So hopefully that keeps up. Afterlife with Archie. I never thought I would be getting monthly Archie books. I read tons of Archie as a kid, obviously loved it. And this guy does an awesome job sort of going horror with it. And you kind of have that 80s horror movie feel with a group of teenagers who are dealing with the zombie plague, but it's in the Archie universe. And so you have all these characters you know and love, and you get to see them get eaten and turn into zombies. So pretty awesome. East of West. I like this one kind of depending on the month. Some months are better than others. It's a really epic scale. Like, there's a lot of characters that they're exploring and stuff, and I think when this book is done, we're gonna look back and say, wow, that's pretty incredible what they did there. Because I get the sense that they have a really strong, broad vision for this book. But each issue sort of has been exploring a different character, and the whole larger storyline doesn't move that fast because you're kind of looking at each of these characters and who they are and what they represent in the world and the situation that's going on. But sort of a Western sci-fi horror book. Pretty bleak for the most part, but yeah, it's not bad. I like it. Another book kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum is Rocket Girl, which I am loving. It's about a teenage police officer who comes from the future to shut down an evil corporation and keep it from taking over. But by coming back, is she in fact going to allow the corporation to take over? Was that always part of the plan? It's sort of one of these weird time travel cyclical paradox type things. But she's like just a really fun, optimistic character in a world of sort of jaded, grumpy people, which is awesome because sometimes in the real world, that's sort of how you feel like everything is. You get a lot of these jaded, pessimistic people, and she just has a lot of hope and says, no, there's a lot we can do to make change and make this world better. Like, why aren't we all doing that? So, great book, guys. Definitely check it out. That's an Image title. I haven't seen a lot of people reading that one. Another Image title, Black Science. There are a lot of people reading this. Rick Remender, great book. Kind of has that Lost in Space feel. I really like this issue. It did a great job at setting up where it's going to go. Kind of talking about the universe is sort of set up like an onion where different universes are layered and get closer and closer to a core somewhere. So it seems like they're going to be going throughout the series to explore these different universes and what exactly is at the core. Is it God? Is it something else? He's like kind of this clear atheist person. So who knows what it'll be. Hopefully it will be good, but great sci-fi. If you guys are into sci-fi, this is just killer. Beautiful art and everything too. Superman Unchained, Scott Snyder and Jim Lee. Rumors that this is not going to continue. So I don't know. Apparently Jim Lee's got a lot on his plate and stuff. Scott Snyder obviously does as well. It's a little easier for writers to have a lot of books than artists. But hopefully this doesn't end because I'm really enjoying it. It's just it's a fun sort of, you get a lot more of these big epic supervillain type creatures around there. This new character Wraith is really interesting, who Superman's interacting with, someone who's more powerful than him that's kind of been around for a while. I'm excited to see kind of where it's going. Maybe it'll end up being like a 10-part miniseries almost if they do end it. But yeah, beautiful art, Jim Lee obviously, and great storytelling with Snyder. Like, what a team. Hopefully keep going because I really enjoy it. And lastly here, my stack's gonna fall. Invincible, another one. It's been going on for a long time. I guess there's not a ton of people who are into it, but man, I love Invincible so much. Maybe it's because I've read like every issue and maybe it's hard to jump in. I don't know. But man, it's really a great book. It's kind of a superhero type guy in his own universe, but he's a kid trying to figure out what it means to be a superhero in a really weird world, and he's just trying to make it. He's kind of this down-to-earth kid and trying to just sort of deal with a really complex world where he's been given all this power. And really interesting direction right now. If you guys are interested, it's a great time to jump on because it's starting a whole new story arc. His old sort of supervillain guy looks like been removed and a new one is emerging. So great time to jump on. Great book. Check it out, Invincible. And that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. I'm watching lots of your guys' pull videos and they're great. So appreciate you tagging me, Running with Comics. I'm going to tag Rao Comic Book, District 12 Comics, and Scott X 1307. Scott, I don't even know if you read new comics, but I'm tagging you anyways. So if you watch this, you're it. Thanks, guys. Take care.